Welcome to Hydrohaven, where we believe that growing the perfect tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers shouldn't be complicated or expensive. If you've struggled with lackluster harvests or plants that just don't seem to thrive, this guide will transform your gardening experience. I've spent years perfecting these techniques, and today I'm sharing my most valuable secrets for planting these garden favorites in ways that maximize their growth potential, along with simple recipes for natural fertilizers that will feed your plants without harmful chemicals. Let's dive right into the methods that will have your garden flourishing in no time. Tomatoes are not just ordinary plants, they're actually remarkable in their ability to grow roots along their stems. This unique characteristic is the foundation of our special planting method. When planting tomatoes, dig a trench 6 to 8 inches deep, rather than a traditional hole. Remove all but the top 4 to 5 sets of leaves from your tomato seedling, then lay the plant sideways in the trench with the leafy top bent gently upward. Cover the stem with soil, leaving only the leafy portion exposed. This trench method allows your tomato to develop an extensive root system along the buried stem, dramatically increasing its ability to absorb water and nutrients. Plants established this way develop greater drought resistance and typically produce 20 to 30% more fruit than conventionally planted tomatoes. Additionally, these extensive root systems provide better anchorage, reducing the need for complex staking systems later in the season. For clay soils, incorporate compost into your trench before planting to improve drainage around those developing roots. In sandy soils, add some well-rotted manure at the bottom of the trench to increase water retention and provide slow-release nutrients. Regardless of your soil type, place a handful of crushed eggshells in the trench before setting your plant. The calcium will help prevent blossom end rot, a common tomato ailment. Spacing is crucial for air circulation and disease prevention. For indeterminate vining varieties, allow 3 to 4 feet between plants. Determinate bush varieties can be planted closer, about 2 feet apart. This spacing might seem excessive initially, but as your plants develop into robust producers laden with fruit, you'll appreciate the foresight that prevents disease spread and allows easy harvest access. Peppers, unlike tomatoes, prefer not to have their stems buried deeply. Instead, their success depends on warm roots and perfect nutrients from the start. Begin by adding a 2-inch layer of compost mixed with a 1/4 cup of Epsom salts per planting hole. This magnesium supplement promotes cell wall development and chlorophyll production, resulting in stronger plants with more abundant fruit set. The key to phenomenal pepper growth lies in how you prepare the planting hole. Dig a hole twice as wide as your pepper's root ball, but only as deep as the original container. Create a small mound in the center of this hole, then spread the pepper's roots outward over this mound before backfilling. This root draping technique encourages roots to grow outward rather than circling, accessing more soil volume and nutrients. Another game-changing technique is to place 2 to 3 iron nails slightly rusted in the planting hole. As these nails slowly decompose, they release iron into the soil, an essential micronutrient that peppers particularly crave. This simple addition often results in noticeably darker foliage and improved yields, especially in soils where iron may be deficient. Temperature management is crucial for peppers. Even in warm climates, peppers benefit from soil pre-warming. 2 weeks before planting, cover your pepper bed with black plastic to raise soil temperature. After planting, mulch with dark-colored stones or terracotta fragments around each plant. These materials absorb heat during the day and release it at night, creating a microclimate that peppers adore. In cooler regions, this temperature management can extend your growing season by several weeks on both ends. Cucumbers naturally want to climb, and leveraging this tendency is the secret to disease-free, abundant harvests. Rather than allowing cucumbers to sprawl across your garden, install a 5 to 6 foot tall trellis at planting time. A-frame structures work exceptionally well, allowing you to plant cucumbers on both sides, maximizing your growing space vertically. When planting cucumbers for vertical growth, space plants 12 inches apart along the trellis base. Dig planting holes 12 inches in diameter and 8 inches deep. Then backfill with a mixture of garden soil, compost, and a cup of well-aged rabbit or worm castings. This enriched planting medium provides ideal drainage while supplying nutrients precisely matched to cucumber needs. The true secret to phenomenal cucumber production is proper root zone management. Before setting plants in their holes, place a 4-inch length of perforated PVC pipe vertically in each planting hole. This pipe should extend 1 to 2 inches above soil level after planting and serves as a direct conduit for water and nutrients to reach the deep root zone. This targeted hydration technique prevents the shallow watering that often leads to bitter fruit and disease susceptibility. As your cucumbers begin to vine, guide them gently onto the trellis using soft plant ties. Once they grab hold, most varieties will continue climbing naturally. This vertical growth pattern ensures every leaf receives adequate sunlight, dramatically reducing powdery mildew and other fungal issues. The improved air circulation around vertically grown cucumbers can reduce disease problems by up to 80% compared to ground-sprawling plants. For an added boost, plant nasturtiums at the base of your cucumber trellis. These flowers naturally repel cucumber beetles and aphids while attracting pollinators that improve fruit set. This companion planting strategy eliminates the need for pesticides while enhancing overall garden ecology. Commercial fertilizers can be expensive and often contain synthetic compounds that may accumulate in your soil over time. These 3 homemade fertilizer recipes not only cost a fraction of store-bought options but actually improve soil biology rather than disrupting it. Fermented compost tea. This potent liquid fertilizer supplies immediate nutrients while inoculating your soil with beneficial microorganisms. Start with a 5-gallon bucket filled halfway with finished compost. Add a cup of unsulfured molasses which serves as microbe food, and fill the bucket with water, leaving 2 inches of headspace. Cover loosely and stir vigorously for 2 minutes daily to incorporate oxygen. After 5 to 7 days, strain the liquid through cheesecloth. Apply this concentrated tea by diluting it 1 part tea to 10 parts water, and soaking the root zone of your plants every 2 weeks. The living biology in this solution helps your plants access nutrients that might otherwise remain locked in the soil, while also improving disease resistance through competitive exclusion of pathogens. Banana peel and eggshell calcium booster. This calcium-rich fertilizer is particularly valuable for tomatoes and peppers, which are heavy calcium users. Collect banana peels and eggshells over time, storing them in the freezer until you have a good quantity. Put them in a blender with enough water to process into a slurry, then pour this mixture directly around the base of your plants. The banana peels provide potassium crucial for fruit development, while the eggshells supply calcium that prevents blossom end rot. Unlike commercial calcium supplements, this homemade version releases nutrients gradually as the materials decompose, providing steady nutrition rather than feast or famine cycles. Fish Emulsion Power Boost. This nitrogen-rich fertilizer delivers immediate nutrients during critical growth phases. In a covered bucket outdoors, combine fish scraps like heads and tails with water at a 1-to-2 ratio. Add a cup of wood ash or crushed eggshells to reduce odor and increase mineral content. Cover tightly and let ferment for 2 weeks, stirring occasionally. Strain the liquid and dilute 1 part emulsion to 20 parts water before applying to soil around your plants. This nutrient-dense solution is particularly effective during the early growth stage for all 3 crops, tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers, when nitrogen needs are highest. Apply monthly, switching to compost tea as plants begin flowering to avoid excess nitrogen that could diminish fruit production. For optimal results, implement a rotation of these 3 natural fertilizers throughout the growing season. Begin with fish emulsion when plants are first established and focusing on vegetative growth. Transition to compost tea as flowering begins, applying it every 2 weeks throughout the main growing season. Supplement with the banana eggshell mixture once monthly for tomatoes and peppers to prevent calcium deficiencies. Remember that natural fertilizers work best when applied to moist soil, allowing the nutrients to dissolve and penetrate the root zone effectively. Early morning application maximizes absorption before the day's heat. Always water thoroughly after applying solid amendments like the banana eggshell mixture to help initiate decomposition and nutrient release. By planting your tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers using these specialized techniques and nourishing them with these natural fertilizers, you'll create garden conditions that closely mimic nature's optimal growing environments. Your plants won't just survive, they'll thrive, producing abundant harvests that surpass anything you've grown before. If you've found these planting methods and natural fertilizer recipes valuable, please subscribe to our Hydro Haven channel for more garden transforming content throughout the seasons. Share this video with fellow gardeners who are looking to maximize their harvests naturally. Together, we can grow healthier, more productive gardens without relying on synthetic inputs. Happy growing, and I'll see you in the next video.